Okay, this is a review of the 2015 Nissan Juke. I was kind of taken aback by the styling. If the Nissan 300ZX is a bulldog, then the Juke is a pug. I mean, it looks similar, but it's very different. I mean, those lights look very Nissan-ish. The stance, the roofline that tapers off is very 370. The rear lights are very 370. But I mean, it's just a little compact little pug. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. However, it's not ugly. It's different, and it really has a compromised trunk. Like the trunk just leans so forward, it really compromises on interior trunk cargo capacity. However, it's okay. On the road, not a lot of noise, not a lot of vibration, not a lot of harshness, not a lot of tire noise. It's a good ride. If you look at it from the back, I think it looks good. It's got like the hips. I think that's like the new style now. I'm seeing this more and more on the design. And inside, of course, Ross, he's always going somewhere, and he's got always full of crap in the trunk. I don't know where he's going with this. Anyways, the trunk floor is very high, and there's not a lot of room. However, the seats do fold perfectly, 60/40, pretty convenient, and not a lot of room back here, let me tell you. The interior plastics here are reminiscent of Nissan maybe 5 years ago. It's like when you're in this car, it's like you wake up in 2010. You know, it's the same plastics, it's the same interior designs, it's the same shapes and forms you see from Nissans of maybe 5 years ago. However, they were okay 5 years ago, and at the price they're selling these things start at 21,000 and they finish at 28. But you know, you hit that sweet spot at 23,000 with the middle of end range with the all-wheel drive. It's a great value. Looking inside, design language is okay-ish, as you can see. Think 2010, and you're going to be fine. And it's easy to get in and out of. I mean, this CUV is relatively high off the ground. Inside, it's straightforward. There's no other way to describe it. It's straightforward. The leather steering wheel is nice. The controls are easy to reach and easy to consult. They're somehow very easy to use. Very simple design language. The big fat hazard button right there on the top, as if you can't see it. And it's okay. Don't talk a bit about the chassis and the ride. This ride is set up pretty soft, softer than I thought it would be. And the engine is peppy, and the fuel economy is very good. Fuel economy, more and more a strong suit of Nissan. The CVT is fine, and the control weights are very soft. I liked it. Here we're going to take a look at that engine. The engine was very noisy, extremely noisy, and however, the performance and fuel economy are there. So I mean, you know, when you're dealing with 4-cylinder turbos for $25,000 vehicle, $25,000 vehicle, what else do you want? Here it is on the road. On the move with the 2015 Nissan Juke. This is oddly enough, it's a subcompact CUV. Kind of weird. It's my first time in one of these. It's a car that I dismissed since the thing came out. I have to say that now that I've taken the time to look at it well, I thought from the side it looked really great. The driving experience is nothing outstanding, but it's surprisingly comfy. They've set up the suspension pretty soft, I'd say. In fact, I almost had the impression a couple of times that it was bottoming out, and I never had that experience. There isn't a lot of room in this. I would say it's for the 6 foot and less. Everything's adjustable in front, but when you get in back, I mean, it's tight. It's tight. There's a compromise to the styling, and I've always said if the styling is awesome, I'll take limited packaging, no problem. That's just the way the world works. The engine is really loud and very effective. It doesn't sound like a $50,000 engine, especially when you're accelerating hard. Wait, I'll show you guys in a minute. And however, the gearing is good, the transmission is okay. When you're on the highway, when you want to pass somebody, it downshifts relatively fast. I mean, the little turbo engine Ross made the point that it has almost no lag. I mean, really, look at this. There was not much lag there. On the highway, there isn't that much road or tire noise. I mean, you could easily do a road trip with this thing. Inside, once again, nothing to blow you away. Hard plastics everywhere. A relatively straightforward design. I mean, I really like the centered console. It's easy to use. I mean, I just instinctively knew the buttons to press when I wanted to play with the HVAC controls or the radio and things like that. Pretty good. Even touching these buttons here on the steering wheel, it's so intuitive what it begins to move, like what it begins to activate in the entertainment system. The dials are nice and round, big. They're not that beautiful, but they're very effective. Steering wheel's made out of a nice leather, unlike that Cooper that I tested last week. I know I have to say that again. Feels pretty nimble in the city now. I've been driving for 15 minutes in the city, and it feels right at home in the city. It's a nice, trendy little truck. You know, it's trendy. The Rockford Fosgate sound system is loud, and I don't think it's that good. It depended on some types of music. It was okay. On other types of music, it was a catastrophe. I don't think it's that good. Well, it's okay. I mean, the fact that there is an optional sound system is awesome. It's just not as good as some others I've heard. So this truck, it's another case of do you fall in love with the exterior? I think that's what's gonna guide your purchase. And if you love the exterior, if you love its unique style, then I think everything else will fall into place for you with this truck. However, unlike that Cooper I drove last week, I'm really feeling some inherent qualities here. Like there's, you know, Nissan is a professional brand. I mean, you can feel that this was made by a professional company, an experienced company. I mean, everything is where it's supposed to be. The quality is just enough for the price point. So you're not feeling that if you're not into the exterior of the car, you're not scratching your head thinking, how could they make this? How could they make money with this? And I'd say that's how you feel. That's how I feel about this Juke. I think overall, I'd have to say I had such low expectations that I'm pleasantly surprised driving it. And I think Ross is too. He doesn't love it, but he finds it's okay, you know. And yeah, it's got like these cute, like, you know, little things like just this cute fake carbon fiber around the vents. I mean, just adds a little bit more personality to the interior. They have different tones of dark gray, black, carbon fiber. It all works easily together. And the seats are comfortable. They have a nice spring in them without feeling too flask. You know, they're fine. And it's got big rear view mirrors on the left and right, which is always handy when you're driving. It's always convenient, especially in the city. So yeah, easy to drive. And if you like the exterior, don't worry about it. You can buy it because the interior and the rest of the car's inherent qualities won't disappoint you. And that's the review.